Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cinema RoundUp, where we review and discuss films. This is a film review avoiding any major plot points and spoilers. My name is David, and today we are reviewing Annabelle Creation. The film is a prequel to Annabelle, which itself was a prequel to The Conjuring. So, a prequel-prequel. Hollywood, you finally done it! Anyway, as you can tell by the title, the film tells the story of how the Annabelle doll came to be, which is weird because I thought 2014's Annabelle was the origin story. Anyway, the film focuses on Sister Charlotte and 6 orphaned girls being welcomed into the home of former toy maker Sam Mullins and his wife Esther. The couple wants their home to feel lively once again after they lost their daughter in a tragic accident. However, things begin to go wrong when one of Mr. Mullins' dolls seems to have a life of its own. I gotta say, this movie was pretty scary. Now, I don't really scare too easily. I don't really care for horror movies all that much either, because most of them are really predictable. There are jump scares and overused tropes. There's always a pattern, and you can figure out what's going to happen. At what moments there's going to be a jump scare, who's going to get taken out first, and sometimes even what characters are going to say and do. There's always a rhythm too. There's always a scary night scene, and then there's a lighthearted day scene, or at least a bit serious, and then back to the creepy night scene. I just can't buy into them, so a lot of the tricks horror movies have don't really end up working. Now, though Annabelle Creation does have these things, it does a little bit more to them. It has an arithmetic method to it, where it goes along with the trope, but then once it does it and you think you know what's going to happen, it turns and it gives you something new, albeit in the form of another trope. But it's the unexpectedness of the scares that work. Yes, they're loud, and you could argue it's more startle than scare. That's fine, but that shouldn't take away from the well-executed direction of these scenes. Without giving too much away, there's a scene taking place during the day, which, like I said before, followed a scary night scene that plays out the way you'd expect it to, and then takes a big turn that makes you go, oh, okay. Breaking all the horror movie rules, huh? There's also an undeniable amount of tension in most of these scenes. Praise has to be given to the director, and definitely the editor, because the scenes know how long they need to be. They know how to build up tension, and they know how to use that in lieu of overused jump scares. Some shots are stoic and almost hypnotic. The camera work is also a highlight of some of the scenes, where its movement adds another layer of creep to an already tense and scary scene. However, this film isn't all scares, tension, and creepiness. After all, it does need characters to scare and a story to keep it going. That's where the film stumbles. The story is simple and almost non-existent. It's all just build up to the third act where it goes all out on scares. It's kind of like the action movie of horror films, where in action movies, the last 30 minutes are just all action. This is all horror for the last 30 minutes. And it's good, but the first part is really slow. The characters, with the exception of the 2 sisters and the nun, are just there. The film seems to try to set up the 2 sisters for something more, but by the end of the film, there is no real character development. There is a bit of character growth, but not that much. This wouldn't be a big deal if it didn't spend that much time trying to flesh out the characters and make us care about them. I will say, the 2 child actresses that play the sisters did a really great job. Really better than the rest of the cast. They did have a bit more to work with, but still, something worth pointing out. With all this said, Annabelle Creation earns itself a 7.5. This is a pretty well done horror film, and, though flawed, manages to deliver some great, intense, and terrifying scenes. I wonder why they decided to release this in August and not in October. Oh well. Alright everyone, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoyed this film review and found it insightful. Are you still interested in seeing this film? If you have seen it, what did you think of the film? Join the film discussion below and engage someone in a conversation. Please be considerate of everyone, especially those that haven't seen the film, and avoid any spoilers. I want to thank you for making it this far into the video, and I hope you consider subscribing to stay updated on all our future uploads. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time at the theaters.